Today I'm going to be talking about real estate investing. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, stay tuned. Welcome back. I'm Regan Pike with Macdonald Realty and We Love Kits on this rainy day today in Vancouver. You came back to listen because you wanted to find out a little bit more about real estate investing. So how do you do it? What is it? What do I need to do? So the first question I'm going to ask you if you approach me is, do you have the money? Do you have the funds? So a couple ways to do it. If you're currently renting or if you're sitting on the sidelines and you've been saving money, you've got a bucket of money and hopefully enough for a down payment and you're looking to make that investment. The other way, if you're currently a homeowner or a condo owner, is taking some equity out of your existing property and buying a new property as an investment property. So those are the two options from a financing standpoint. So the best thing I can recommend is talk to a mortgage professional and just see where you're at and see what you're pre-approved for, and then you know what you can go after. So let's get to it. Real estate investing, number of different ways to do it. You see all these shows on TV about real estate flippers, real estate agents that flip, individuals that flip. If you got a flair for it, that's a great way of doing it. I guess my one word of caution is the government. So in everything we do with our real estate transactions, just realize that when it comes time to sell, the government's putting their hand up and they're saying, good for you, you did a great job, hand it over, right? They're going to take their share. Whatever tax bracket you're in, they're taking their money back. So that's just something you need to be aware of. If you don't sell, so that's where I'm leading with this. Let's say you don't sell. Let's not sell. Let's just buy and hold. So what are your options? Let's say you're looking at a condo, one bedroom as a rental or a two bedroom as a rental, and price point's $600,000 to $700,000. Okay, so you need $150,000 down. You buy the property, you rent it out, and you hold it. Now, what's the opportunity there? The opportunity there is not only are you getting appreciation, hopefully, in the market. Right now, the market in Vancouver, this is February 2020, and the market's just starting to glide upwards again. So forecast this year is 8% increase, and who knows where it's going to go from there. But Vancouver, a lot of water, a lot of mountains, not a lot of real estate, so you can imagine it's probably going to go up. It has over time, right? Most markets do. So we'll see. But anyways, you buy that property, you buy that condo, you got market appreciation. So conservatively, let's say 2% a year for 5 years. That's going to net you about $65,000 in your pocket, on paper anyways, right? Because you're going to hold on to the property. Now, the other thing that's happening behind the scenes is your tenant is paying down your mortgage for you. So over that same time span, like about a $600,000, $700,000 condo, you put 150 down, right? You're making anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000 a month income, or at least from the rent, right? So after 5 years, again, ballpark, you're looking at about $65,000 in mortgage pay down and principal pay down against that property. So 5 years, you've got anywhere from $100,000 to $150,000 on paper that is yours to keep. So now what do? Now at 5 years, you've paid down some of your own mortgage on your own property, or you have some more equity available plus the equity available in that property. So now you can make that replicate it. Let's buy number two. But that's 5 years down the road, right? So now you've waited 5 years to buy number two. But here's option number two. Option number two is, let's buy a condo that nobody else wants. So let's buy the condo that needs some work done. They tend to stick around on the market a little bit longer. Not all of them. If they're in a good neighborhood and they're in demand, they'll go quick. But you can get them for close to or at least less than market value. Now, the opportunity with buying a property like that buying a property where you're going to do a renovation is the bank's done their appraisal. They've come out and they've said, okay, your property is worth, it's not very nice. It's not a nice property. Great location, but it's not very nice. So we're going to give you a $550 for it on paper. But then you go in and you put $40,000 in, you renovate the kitchen, you put new floors down, right? You paint, bathroom, new appliances. You've rented it out at a good price point now because it's a good neighborhood. The place looks fantastic. And now you call up your banker and you say, hey, I think you're wrong on my appraisal. Come back in. I want a second opinion. So they come back in and they look around and they go, wow, this place has changed. You've done a great job. Now it's worth $650, $700, right? It's gone up in value because of the work you've done to it in this neighborhood. So now, 2 months, 3 months after you've purchased the property, guess what? Now you've got equity in your property right out of the gate. You can refinance, take that money out, and hopefully contact me and say, hey, Regan, I want to buy property number 2 now. You've done a great job for me here. Let's replicate it. Let's do it again. So now you've got 2 options, right? You've got the buy a beautiful place that's already done, sit on it for 5 years, and look at replicating. Or you do the work up front, you make more money up front, and then you're in a great position to buy property number 2. So those are a couple of options for you. I like personally, obviously, doing the renovation because you can continually do that, right? You can you can buy, and now you've got, at 5 years out, you've got 4 or 5, as many properties as you want, as you've been able to leverage, right? And just think of the 100, the 150 you've made on one property. Well, what does that look like at 4 or 5 properties? Well, at 150, it looks like 600,000 to me at 4 properties. So I'm just giving you some examples. Working with We Love Kits, working with myself and Thomas, we've got some great renovation teams that we work with. And again, for a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom condo at the low end, 30,000 to 40,000, and you're talking 6 to 8 weeks of work to do it. So if that's something that interests you, if you want to make money through real estate investing, you're kind of skittish because you just don't have all the contacts that you need, the mortgage people, the people that do the renovation, me. Now you know me, so call me. But it's doable, it's readily doable, and it's being done all the time. So if you're thinking about it and you want to know more and you want to learn more, give me a call, send me an email. Be happy to sit down and talk to you about it. It's doable. It's absolutely doable. So thanks for tuning in. And if you have any questions, give me a call and check out our YouTube page. We've got a lot of other great videos and great topics that you can listen to if you're interested. Thanks.